It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Sweden. It's by Nerdbrewing Open Source Beer. It's their 2020 release. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? It's their Boolean oak-aged Imperial Stout with toasted coconut and Tonka beans. It's 11.8% ABV. 11.8%. Absolutely brilliant. Right, Håkan in Sweden, thank you very much for hooking us up with this beer. It seems almost like a complete travesty that we have to get rid of this, a little bit of this wax top. But my bottle opener's a little bit, doesn't like the wax tops too much. But look at that, eh? I've made a little dent into it. Here we go. Oh, look at the smoke. Look at the smoke on the bottle opening. Thank you. Oh, look at this. Look at this liquid. My goodness. Can you hear the glug? Oh my goodness me! You've made a mess of it! If that was cinematic, I didn't mean it to be cinematic, it was a complete accident. Right, kitchen rolls out of reach. We're just going to use our hands. Right, there we go. Action scene over. I really didn't mean that. I hate wasting beer. I just wanted to drop the beer from a height just to show you the head and how oily that beer looked, like a big used engine oil being poured out from a height. Look at that jet black beer in the glass. Look at that head for an 11.8% ABV beer. 11.8%. Look at it. Amazing, 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 amazing. My hands are covered in goodness. Look. They're just covered in oily goodness. I'm going to stop using the word oil for a moment because it might, if anybody's new to beer, they're going to be scared off. When I talk oily, in the beer vocabulary, we use the word engine oil when we describe beers with massive viscosity, with massive body. I haven't changed the oil on my car in 5 years. I just keep topping the oil up. If I was to open up the bottom, crank off that, on the bottom of the oil sump, that little nut, then the engine oil coming out of that car would be as thick as the pour on this beer. What an incredible look to it. Let's get the aroma. Oh my goodness me, that just smells incredible. Oh, it just smells like... Do I dare use that phrase? There's loads of coconut, loads of caramel, loads of roasted malt. Okay, I'm going to use that saying. I've never used it before. I love it, but I'm going to use it. It's like angels peeing in my mouth, and I've not even put it to my mouth yet. Let's dive in. Cheers. I love Tonka beans. I love Tonka beans. Oh my goodness me. Oh. Toasted coconut, roasted malt, cinnamon, biscuitiness, roasted coffee, bitter dark chocolate, Tonka beans galore. I first come across Tonka beans. The first beer I ever had with Tonka beans in was the Lervig 3 Bean Stout. I was lucky enough to review that on a balcony overlooking the fjords of Bergen in Norway. It was in Lysefjorden. I was with Lysefjorden Microbrewery, and we stood there and we had this most picturesque background in the world reviewing these just incredible beers. And although I don't have that picturesque background today, you're coming here from a very cold, dark November night in the UK. This beer takes you away from cold, dark November night, and it whisks you into the fjords of Norway in the middle of summer where it never gets dark, where it's just incredible. It's just incredible to see the lights and the beautiful nature, and then of course the beer, that Tonka bean. I remember, I will never ever forget that moment I first tried Tonka bean. It's in this beer in a pretty strong way. The mouthfeel is absolutely incredible. Hakan, you've served me up here a massive delight of a beer. It is incredible. Look at it. Look at that. That is for beer connoisseurs, beer enthusiasts, call yourselves what you like. If you're just a casual viewer, look at the quality on that beer. Just amazing. It's really sticky. Everything is really sticky where the beer's overflowed in the glass. Let me see if let me move this stool out the way and let me just try and, can you see, look. The glass wants the liquid is so thick and gloopy that you put it's a stickiness on the glass here. You put your lips to it and it just also, like pull your lips along with it and trying to pull your hands now off this. Look, it's just thick and sticky and gloopy and just wonderful. It's just, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than this big, thick, gloopy mess that I'm currently in right now. The mouthfeel is absolutely brilliant. The taste is absolutely brilliant. the toasted coconut, the coffee, the chocolate, the caramel, the big thick mouthfeel. The beer sticks in your mouth. It sits in your mouth and it slides down slowly into your gullet, and because of that you have taste buds all the way down in the back of your throat, and it's just every single taste bud in your mouth is enveloped in this tonka bean, toasted coconut, roasted malts paradise of a beer. I'm going to thank Hakan. At this stage, I'm going to thank Hakan because there was a long time in my beer drinking life where I drank a lot of these big, thick, bold Imperial Stouts from Scandinavia, Norway and Sweden, Denmark. And then there was this gap where I had a lovely person in Sweden. Somebody who used to watch the channel all the time. His name was Johan. And Johan used to send me these incredible beers. And I want to thank Johan, of course, for the first part of my Scandinavian beer journey. And now I want to thank Hakan. It's like the second lease of life I've had with these wonderful Scandinavian style Imperial Stouts and Porters. I believe, I don't want to sound like David Cameron here, but I believe that the Scandinavians brew the best Imperial Stouts and Imperial Porters in the world. I've had them all. I've had them all from America, and I've had them from all over the UK and everywhere, all over Germany and France. I've had them from Belgium, but it's the Scandinavians, I feel. Specifically, if I was to choose one country, Sweden, where they have absolutely got it right in how to brew a big, thick, gloopy, rich Imperial Russian Stout. I'm going to rate that, and it will come as no surprise, I'm going to give this beer, with my dirty stout hands, a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.